Jaune reached the CCT in his Sentinel garb and saw many of the guards knocked out. He looked up to the tower before he rushed to the elevator. Moments later, Cinder was still inputting the virus, but the doors opened and out came the former Jedi. Jaune, I see you never learned. Cinder looks and fear sets itself in her as she remembered the one who made her pelagic, about to become dual pelagic. Cinder, you. Jaune, yes me. Do you think I will let you screw around with the lives of so many people? Cinder, it's easy for you to say. You never felt hardship. You never went hungry. Jaune, there are a lot of poor people in the world and they don't go full-blown terrorist for it. Cinder, what would you know? Jaune, you think I don't know hardship? Don't make me laugh. You don't know what it feels to be torn away from a loving family. You don't know what it feels to be treated like a tool, to be outcast, to be hunted, to be powerless to resist. Fool, you don't know what suffering is. As he raised his hand, as she felt something gripped her throat as she chokes. Jaune kept her in place for a few minutes until the doors opened as Ojpin, Ironwood, and Glinda rushed in. They saw their new ally kept the enemy in a chokehold, so to speak. Cinder was kept alive for the meantime to extract any information they can, but Jaune wholeheartedly disagreed with keeping her alive. He felt in her the same cold that surrounded Anakin, even though she has no connection to the Force. Whatever she has in her is a malevolent being. The day after, Jaune was in the courtyard just staring off into space, until someone tapped his shoulder. He looked behind him, and it was Glinda with a couple of coffees. She sat as she hands him a cup. Glinda, what's wrong, Jaune? Jaune, that woman that we caught last night. Glinda, she's being grilled in the interrogation room. Jaune, no. When I fought her, I felt a familiar feeling. Glinda, and what is it? Jaune, the same feeling when my order died. Glinda looks at him sadly as it seemed to be a traumatic moment in his life. She puts her hand over his as she squeezed it. Glinda, Jaune, if you want to, you can talk to me about it. I may be the headmistress, but I'm also a counselor. He looks at her as he contemplates. Jaune, I was raised with a set of beliefs that wasn't my own, and in the end, I found out their lies. I tried to find my own way, but sometimes I feel like I'm so lost. Glinda, loss is a part of life, Jaune. What we do after is what makes us who we are. But remaining true to that path is what makes us strong. Jaune, thanks, Glinda. Never thought you'd be such a softie. Glinda, I might just whip you for that comment. Jaune, that's the Glinda I know. The two laughs and enjoy their time together. Jaune, thanks for the chat. Glinda, you're always welcome, Jaune. Jaune, thanks. The two parted ways as Jaune made his way to the arena to watch his problem children. Amity Arena. Team SSSN won their match. Jaune, those two idiots may be delinquents, but they have skill. Such a shame it's wasted with undisciplined and irresponsible teens. He looks then to Team RWBY getting ready for their match. Jaune felt a foreboding feeling as he scanned the arena and saw the three-goon squad of Cinder fall looking around. Jaune, they don't know their brainless leader has been arrested. He looks around to see AKs moving into positions. Then someone behind him spoke. Ironwood, thanks for the info, Mr. Ark, we have them in our sight. Jaune, don't move on them now. We are surrounded by cameras. If we arrest them now, we might cause civil unrest. The Grimm will like that amount of negativity. Ironwood, good idea. I'll tell Ojpin to come up with a plan to lure them. Jaune, good.